Welcome to JCCR Racing, where we're going to be taking on the subscribers, so it's YouTubers and subscribers. We're about to get down to business, put the pedal to the metal, and have a good Friday night. So Friday night, friends, races, and this is the way races should be. Clean, good fun, where you can actually work on the racecraft. So let's talk about the racecraft, cover racecraft, and really everything you need to know to have a good race. So let's get this race started right off. And we've got the good race, the fastest racers at the top. So I think for learning's sake, we're going to put the fastest racers at the bottom. It'll give them a chance to show us all how to race as they pass us. And we got some B's. I think the top is all B's. So let's get the E's at the top and the B's at the bottom. Put Scarecrow at the top here. And Carlos at the top, E-drivers. So they'll get to have everyone pass them. Maybe they'll hold on. They'll get to practice their defense moves. Clean defense. Let's see how that is. Okay, so C's at the top. One E needs to go up, Santi. And we'll be starting up this race. Santi, let's get you at the top. So E is the speed. If you have an A, wow. A plus, you're top in the world. A, you're extremely quick. Oh, Ronan. Well, Ronan, if you're going to be here soon, is soon 1 to 2 minutes? Or should we start a race and do 5 laps? Oh, looks like soon was Rate Meow. Coming on in. Thank you very much for making it in. TSR King. Oh, wait for him to hit that green button, pick his car, throw on his tires, and Ronan, we'll see if you'll be in the next minute or two. Grid order, we could definitely get, let's see, E. Okay, great. We got the perfect order here. The fastest drivers on the bottom. We'll get to see how they pass, when they pass. Generally, they're going to be using a good amount of patience and passing when it's nice and safe. So I'm just going to say, starting in 2 minutes. So let's just go do a couple laps. So before and covering basically the racing guide, the basic racecraft, find out how you drive your car, what works for you. Mid-engines, I like to go into the minus. JCCR Ronan saying he came and he overshot the corner. Yes, that does happen. So you got to find what works for you in regards to traction control. If you're just starting off in sim racing, you probably want that traction control 3 or 4. Slowly work it down. If you can get it down to 0, fantastic. I'm still at +2 because, well, I tend to be a little hard on the pedal, like there. And there's a car off to the side. Well, that's a case of no traction control and laying hard into that pedal. Oh, I just got a mega boost now. JCCR Ronan is in. So let's get this race started. We'll cover the basic racecraft as we drive along. But basically, I highly recommend that you've got your markers up. Because when you got your markers up, you'll have an outside marker and an inside marker where the apex is. And the outside marker lets you know when to start turning into that inside marker. And if you do get the apex and the marker, well, that's also your sign and your marker to let you know that it's time to start laying into the throttle. Yes, sometimes you can just smash down the throttle, but often you gotta lay into it. And then you just gotta practice around with different, try to be pretty darn consistent with 2 cars. One front engine and one in mid-engine, because some races do benefit from a front engine. And this is the way races should be. We got damage on, no ghosting. And with no ghosting, yes, people will get pushed off the track, but it's part of the process. And we see people not used to no ghosting, but this is how racing's meant to be. So it's meant to force people to have clean, safe, smart driving. And I really think GT7 needs to have an extreme mode where it's real damage, and yes, where you can actually wreck your car and be out of the race because, well, you blow an engine from blowing your radiator. So when the cars are tight like this, yes, it should consist of some safe, slower laps until the pack starts to spread out. Usually after or right before lap 1 ends. So now the pack's going to start spreading out, the racing is going to get faster and smarter, but that real no ghosting is, I think, great if it's also mixed with real damage, so that if you rear end someone real hard because, well, you think that's comical, that you can be in a position to lose your rad, be bleeding out radiator fluid on the track, and then blowing your engine from overseating it a lap or two later. And we got a wonderful draft boost on this track. A little getting rear-ended can be, well, quite positive and very fruitful. So it's a bump draft. He pushes me forward, it speeds me up, and then he's in my draft, so he's getting the boost as well. So we're both benefiting, and then we can smoke by somebody, blow someone's doors off. And then, yeah, that's the key. The guy who is boosting me will then have a chance to pass me. Oh, it's my buddy Ronan. Fantastic. Thank you, Ronan, for getting us to be faster there. And then you patiently wait to take the position. Had enough speed there that I was thinking the safer thing, when with all these turns coming up, it's not really the place to be bump drafting. Be more like a bum draft, because I'd have to be a bum to hit him when there's a turn coming right up. But on the sort of straights, it is good. Oh, I've locked up the brakes. Locked up the brakes. I came, I saw, and I didn't overshot the turn. Ricky Rez Racer, welcome, mate. Thank you so much. I had to quickly get back to that paddle to make the gear shift because I'm not driving automatic. I drive manual for usually the benefits of having that little advantage to slowing down more quickly. Ricky Rez Racer, it is great to have you in tonight. How are you doing, buddy? How have the races been going? Clearly, as you can see, I've given up on Interlagos. There's too much violence, and I know if I start a lobby with friends and a few randos, that the racing is going to be a lot cleaner and more about the racecraft and less about the Call of Duty racing style. But here I ate the wall, and I love it. I'm in second last, and it's 100% my fault, and it's due. It's because I don't have my big boy pants on. I didn't let go of that brake pedal and just trust that I'd make it through. So if you're too heavy on the brakes, you're going to go right through. I can't complain either. Big week. Big week. Today I worked the whole day, no breaks. Just straight from 9 until 5. And it wasn't the only day where I didn't have much time to eat or do anything, but hey, it's good for business. Oh, there we go. Slowly remembering how to race Daytona. Gotta get some trail braking in. Forgot about that. There, last time I could have probably easily made the turn if I'd have just put on the big boy pants and just drive on through. You gotta let go of the brake at some point. You can't just, when you lock the brakes up, the front wheels aren't gonna get, if they're not rotating, they're not turning. And on +2 for the brake balance, well, I gotta be careful because it's pretty easy, I guess, to lock up the front brakes. Gotta be gentle with that pedal. I want a trail brake. And smooth is fast. Safe and smooth. We gotta engage the SS drive to 7 and be pretty darn smooth and pretty darn safe. If we want to have a better race than this, we'll do it on the next race. Didn't get any practice racing in. It's weird. Sim racing. You lay off it for 24 hours and you come back and you're like, oh, that's right. This isn't the ease of driving slowly a car on main roads. Alright, so we got no one behind us. If we had someone behind us, we'd be defending these turns, and we should be driving it about in the middle of the track before the turn. But since no one's behind us, we can really use up the whole track to try to catch up. We're 15 seconds behind first. Really try to catch up a bit. 8 seconds behind 10th, so we can at least bring that down, that 8.6. Turned it into a 7. It won't be quite as embarrassing, but in life, embrace the suck, embrace the embarrassment, get out of your comfort zone, because that's where you're going to learn, it's where you're going to improve. It's probably, if you get outside your comfort zone, you might get into a zone that very few are comfortable being in, and that is a zone that pays well. Doing things that most others refuse to do, not because they're simple, but because they're difficult and embarrassing and people fear doing it, can have great rewards attached with taking those risks. Alright, so the gap is moving forward. Now first is 16.9 seconds ahead, but that means the top of the pack is still pretty close together, which is interesting. Final lap. 3 seconds off the fastest driver, but the fastest driver is fast. There we go. Now we're grabbing that. Now we're driving the Porsche 911. And it is different than driving the Viper. Finished last night driving the Viper. Solid car, but very different. It's front engine. A lot of weight up in the front. This is a mid-engine. Not a whole lot of weight over the front wheels. I think brake balance -2. I want to get that down to -1 for the next race. Hey, we finally see a car in front of us. Look at that. Alright, so still no one behind us, essentially. Well, there is someone, but no one closely behind us. So it's the time to use the whole track from the complete outside to the complete inside, to try to catch up to the other cars that might be in a more defensive mode, meaning they're not using up the whole turn, they're not taking the fastest route through the turn, and they might be bumping and grinding up against each other, and that gives us a chance to catch up. Oh, and there might be a crash out, and we pick up 2 spots. Freebies! Oh, I ignored a yellow flag. Those cars weren't moving. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I guess I had to completely slow down. So I'm going to turn flag rules off because that's pretty wild. Alright, first blue, because they turned what was 15 seconds into a 22.2 second advantage, and B Free, I wonder what B Free's rating is at. If it's an E driver, then it's just someone who hasn't competed online and they're not actually an E driver. Oh, B Williams, no worries at all. That was a good race. All right. Oh, no worries, Ronan. You did nothing wrong. That race was near perfect. The only one that made that race less perfect is me. And how did I make that race less perfect? Well, with flag rules. That when there's no ghosting on, normally those cars would have been ghosted, and flag rules, I think I could have passed them and normally have no issue passing cars that are essentially parked on the track. Flag rules off. Here we go. And let me know what you'd like for the next race. Are you about hitting up Daytona again, or do we want to try Spa? Where do we want to go? Red Bull Ring. Knight Rider Jim, good evening, brother. My teammates. Great to see you all. All right. So lost a few there. Maybe no one wants to do Daytona, and that's Joel Medina. Thanks for making it in. Yes, it was nice racing out there. I liked how that went. RBR is your track, man. Do it. All right, so Red Bull Ring. And maybe we'll draw in a few more people, because Red Bull Ring is quite popular. I guess we'll go with the full course, because the full course isn't that long. And 4 laps. 4 laps would be just fine. Oh, I'm glad B. Williams stayed. Here we go. Hey, thank you, JCCR Ronan. God bless and peace be with you. Very nice to put out there, and right back at you. God bless. Thank you. All right, let's all hit this check mark right here and get ready. Red Bull Ring. Am I a Porsche guy at Red Bull Ring? I'm trying to be a Porsche guy everywhere I go. Gotta get used to driving this. If I'm gonna, well, it is different. My Porsche 911 is a rear engine. This is a mid engine, but nonetheless, gotta support what I own. I don't own anything this expensive or fancy. I own a 996, so not a big deal, but a lot of fun to drive. Love how that thing handles. Now I put the slower racers at top, I believe, and I put myself as a C racer here, and then I think it makes sense. We got the B racers. Jay Rizio, don't forget, when you're ready and you have picked your car, hit that green button and we'll get started right up. We'll start with debating, do we start with 7? Do we get into a race? We could probably do 4 laps quickly, and if people want to come back in and join, that will be great. Let's just all do 1 practice lap. Always good to get that 1 practice lap in. Let's play around with the brake balance so that we're nice and ready for the race. Let's try -1. See if the trail braking is productive. It is nice to have these Friday night friend races. Alright, this is definitely a track that I like. We'll go from the complete outside here. Cut across. Little over rotation. It's one thing that can be a little tricky about the 911 and the Diablo and the Ferrari, but the worst thing is elevated curbs, sand, or grass on those rear tires. They will send you into a wild spin. Or excessive downshifting. I'm actually missing how the Nissan GTR drives. Okay, I want to get more trail braking in, so let's just try how 2 feels. Feels nice and solid. 1 last turn and we'll get the race going. Well, that's nice. That's very nice. All right, we got 8 racers. That is actually a really nice amount of racers to not have a huge turn 1, lap 1 mayhem, but these are races the way they should be. No ghosting, penalties for crashing into people, so actual, you know, actual punishment for driving arcade style. Damage on. Oh no, we lost. Oh no, okay, we didn't lose 2 racers. Good. Make sure we get the radar on. Blew that one. Too early, premature takeoff. That's okay, I'll make up for it in turn 1. Had a little bit of space, so I can get away with a fast turn through there. Little turn 1 trick to any lap. Gonna defend this here. Hey, Jay Rizzio in first. Oh, and I ignored the track limit. That is a hefty penalty. B. Williams is being very fast. He certainly was last race. Oh, that 1 second penalty is gonna cost us many positions. Oh, and we've been almost bumped off the track. I guess we're going a little slow for his liking. Oh, Carlos, that is some rough driving. Oh, it's Nip. And there you go. That's what no ghosting looks like. All right, we got a few JCCR teammates here. Great to have you guys in the top 5. Catch the apex and get back on the throttle. That should help us. We got following a very good driver. It's nice to have a teammate that's faster than me in front of me. Gives me a good learning opportunity. Actually, Super Doofus Tom is incredibly fast on this race. I think he got gold got gold for this race, so extremely fast. Picked up the gold challenge, put the pedal to the metal on it, drove smoothly, and got the big prize. All right, Jay Rizzio having the fastest lap time, 1:31.2. I'm just about 1.5 seconds slower. Good job, Jay Rizzio. I can do that turn a lot more quickly. I was pretty heavy on the brakes. Didn't go far enough on the outside. And as a result, also didn't go tight enough on the apex. Let's be an apex predator here. Easing the throttle there, because a lot of people, happens to everybody. You get hard on the throttle on turn 2, and you just go towards the wall. Throws the nose of the car into the wall. Follow the happy tire marks. There, I need to get used to being on the throttle earlier, and that's actually, I'd say, a zone with very low likelihood of spinning out. Having the nose go towards the wall, so definitely a spot where we can hammer down, put the pedal to the metal. Oh, there we go. Ignored the track limit. Red Bull Ring has some track limits that I do have trouble respecting, especially in cockpit view. A little harder to see where we're at, exactly where we are, where our tires are placed. Otherwise, not a slow lap. Not an excessively fast lap, but 132.2, not bad. 1 second off Jay Rizio. He is a much, much better driver. But I do like to cook on this race. Decently fast. I find it's a great race to just apply racecraft. Easy enough to remember, not too many turns, and it's a great place to learn the racecraft. Learn and practice trail braking, using the whole track, practicing defense, knowing when not to hammer down on the throttle coming out of a turn. Great learning tool, great learning track. That's how we take that turn without getting a penalty. And here's the penalty for last lap. Paying it off in the cold shower zone. Cooling off. Oh, sorry, Peebo. And here we go, back in the fifth. Carlos parked in an entertaining position after the finish line. Or actually no, Carlos wasn't parked. I think he had some sort of technical issue. Alright, look at this. JCCR right at the top. First place, congratulations. Great work, another JCCR teammate. Great job, Ronan. With a nice silver. Nip in third. Yeah, great race. Super Doofus Tom! YouTube's best moderator. Great to have you in. One of the two general managers of the JCCR racing team. You guys are boss level. Glad to have you in. And Tom, I sincerely apologize. I had begged you basically to change the race time to 10 a.m. so that I can make sure that I can make it on Saturdays. And I will make it to other Saturdays. It's just I've been waiting just about 2 months to get into the club, the targeting club, we'll say. And I paid, and I had to actually pay for the whole year as if I've been shooting since January. And I've been waiting 2 months so that they can give me their very rare, 30 minutes, 1 hour learning session, and then give me the keys to the club so that I can go on my own and actually use the club. If I don't take it now, I'll have basically thrown $200 in the toilets, because then maybe they'll be, inviting me back for this in, 2 months. So basically 2-3 months was basically going to be the end of the year, so I'll pay for the whole year for absolutely nothing. So I appreciate and hope, I'm sincerely sorry, and I hope I hope you'll forgive me for not being at the Saturday League race. Folks, don't forget, Sim League Race Pro. Check it out. Join, and we do Saturday races, and I'm going to be there pretty much every Saturday. But not this Saturday. All right, so let's hit this up again. That was a great race. Give everyone a second try. Unless someone throws out a suggestion for what race they want, but I'm certainly in the mood to get this race going a second time. Joel Medina. Good evening. Very few moderators make it to every single live, and Tom has. Super Doofus, thank you so much. And we're sponsored by Super Doofus, so please give Super Doofus. Check out his channel. Great guy, very good racer, very entertaining. So you want to check him out, give him a subscribe. Oh, Carlos. We're still on 2. Well, that's good. Oh my goodness, this has been a wild start of the race. Our first place racer has been beaten into last. That's not right, but knowing Ronan, he'll be able to catch up. Oh, sorry, was it Jay Rizio or Ronan? Well, anyways, they're podium. Can't remember who was first and who was second or third, but first and second. Top the podium either way. He'll be passing me in no time. That is frustrating when that happens. I wish we could have ghosting, for example, just on takeoff, or if you'd like, if you feel that I should get rid of grid start so that there's no drag race mayhem, let me know and we'll do a rolling start. Ooh, almost cooked that one, but we're able to trail brake our way back to the apex. We had locked up the brakes there. Let's say, I wonder if we're on -5 or -3. Those front brakes would have locked up and we've just gone straight off the track. So brake controller, very important to keep you from being in situations where you're light on the brake or halfway down on the brake and just flying through the corner just the same. So if you're ever braking, while you're braking, if you notice that you can't turn the car, you need to play around and adjust the brake controller, free up those front wheels. Because the front wheels will not turn the vehicle won't turn if the front wheels aren't turning. You need turn to turn. You need rotation to turn. Alright, let's go to the far outside here. Oh, we've cooked this one. Cooked it bad. That's going to be a good old 1 second penalty. Here it comes. 1 second penalty. Kicking on, and I guess there we can go a little off track. That's a turn you definitely want to trail brake to. And if you feel someone is really hunting and playing Call of Duty racing, let me know. We can invite people to step out of the lobby. There's the lobby. I should have gone through there, top of the third. The lobby is all about, supposed to be about clean, safe, smart racing to sort of take us out of the frustration of the weeklies. Hey, Edward, good evening. Daniel, howdy, buddy. Daniel, sorry to hear you're not feeling well, but some racing can help. Sometimes some racing can also make us not feel well. So Nip, I think he came in third or fourth last race. It looks like he's off track. JCCR, if Ronan is still racing, he will be getting some passes in, because it's rare to have total crash outs and spin outs come lap 3 of 4, but it is happening. Edward, Ian, Daniel, glad you both made it in. Thank you very much. Thank you for everyone for making it in. Blessed to have viewers come in, and often I've gotten a lot faster and a lot better. Not to say that I'm good, but I was awful. And not awful anymore. The lobbies, Edward, I'd have to see what time it is, but generally till at least 10:30 to as late as 11. That's Eastern time, so I'll let you know more in how many more minutes, but I'd say I'm good for another half hour. See how many races we can get in within 30 minutes. Oh, penalties. Here we go. Middle of third, no issues through there. Get down to second and start throttling down. Super Doofus, you are not just a great general manager of the team, but you're an incredible moderator. Really appreciate you. I forgot, turn 1, I need to go through there quickly. Turn 1 and turn 2 look very similar, but turn 1 is medium speed turn. And we've got a slow turn here. More of a gear 1. Yeah, gear 1 through here. Ease back in the throttle. Sorry for turn 2, but turn 1 is... it's a very fast, slow turn. Or very slow, medium speed turn. So I think we need to be in second. I'm thinking maybe even trying to go through top of second. Let me know in the comments if you recall, or maybe this race is your specialty, or maybe it's not your cup of tea. Let me know in the comments. And to the group, feel free to choose out the next race. If not, I will pick it out randomly, but amongst my favorite races. So it'll definitely be from my top 10 list. One of the randoms from the top 10. Okay, so top, medium, third there. All right, not a slow lap. Room for improvement. But at 132.1, I think we can get that into the 131s with a little bit of practice. All right, JCCR Rizio, congratulations. Good work, mate. Taking a 3.1 second lead win over B. Williams. And we had B. Williams driving around us, drove safely. I think from what I saw, other than that really rough start, that was some good, clean racing. And other than the rough start, if you're taken out in a very deliberate manner, if you think someone needs to be booted, let me know. I'll at least start watching them, or maybe they'll get immediately booted if I've noticed a few things as well. But B. Williams is back. Good job, B. Williams. Thank you very much for being in. And I'm going to say, what race here? Let's see if we get an answer. And I need that human pit stop. Cheers. Friday night friends races. We're missing Phil, and we're missing Tom in the races. Oh, Super Doofus Tom, I am glad you're working on dinner. That means you're taking care of the family. Good job, mate. That's the most important thing. And we've got Dragon Trail always has a draw. Well, great. Let's do Dragon Trail, and then maybe we'll do Atlanta. Let's check this out. Change grid order, change. Oh, we've got 2 votes for Road Atlanta. Well, that's hard to ignore. I'm pretty awful at Road Atlanta. I have no recollection. But let's do that, if we can even find it. They're not alphabetical, are they? Road Atlanta. Oh, Grand Valley, love it. Road Atlanta, here we go. Full course. 4 laps, does that make sense? 4 laps. Hopefully 4 laps works. If not, let me know, 3 or 5. Now let's put off course to low. And let me know if the grid start really bothers anyone. Let me know. I can turn grid start into rolling start or just grid start with no false check. I'm open in regards to that. There we go. Wall collision. You're already hitting the wall. You don't need extra penalty. Oh, fantastic, Daniel. Welcome. I love it. JCCR_devious. Yes. Love it. Great name and nice to have the added, very nice. Glad to have the added teammate and glad that it is you. Welcome. Let's change the event settings and get down to business. I like the drag racing aspect of the grid start. But there can be horribly unfortunate things that occur, and it can be kind of frustrating to wreck the race at the beginning. That's why I'm thinking maybe 4 laps makes sense. Oh, great. The order has stayed the same, so I love it. We've got our slower drivers up top. Nip is fast, though. Nip is fast. I can't see his rating here. Let's see, if we put Nip down, can we see change grid order? Let's put him right here. Let's see where he falls. Okay, Nip is a C-rated racer, so I'm also C, so I'll put myself. But Nip did seem awfully fast. Dirt rallies. That is one heck of an interesting idea. No, I haven't raced dirt rallies since we had to when we were doing, the menus. I guess I should probably throw myself in there. Yeah, Knight Rider Jim, absolutely. So Jay Rizzo at the back. And I'm a C-rated driver, so Carlos is E. I'll put myself right ahead of Nip because I'm pretty convinced he's a better driver than I am. So if you're at the bottom, it's a good thing with how I set these races up. I want the higher quality drivers to have the chance to actually have fun passing people, practice their passing, practice passing when drivers in front of them are unpredictable, which helps, simulate a B driver who's being, deliberately unsafe or excessively aggressive with his defensive driving. Oh, very cool. Very cool, Super Doofus. I'm going to start this race up the worst way possible with no practice. But I think everyone's waited long enough to get into this race. All right, so 10:24, probably going to race to about 10:50, about an extra 25 minutes. Get these pedals in nice and close. Sorry, folks. Yes, please drive around me. Not the best time, I guess, to be adjusting my pedals. I guess it registered a touch. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, folks. Whoa! Big old crash. Well, that's what I get for no practice. A good lesson if you're trying to be competitive with the weeklies. Crashed hard enough to ruin my camera angle. Oh, well, now that we're far enough behind, I think we can drive in this mode for a little while. Gotta let me know when it's Le Mans. Yes, I've got to get some practice on Le Mans. It pops up everywhere. And I'm worse at Le Mans than I am at this race right here. So just got to do the basic racecraft, follow the little recommendations at the bottom of the screen when you don't know how to drive a race, if you don't have it memorized. I love Ford versus Ferrari. Great movie. Pay off that penalty. It makes sense. Ghosting is off, but I guess ghosting should be on, at least for penalties. right, interesting race. I guess the laps are pretty quick when you're not crashing out the way I did. Fun section. Oh no, not fun section, not fun. All right, so taking the alternative road. So yeah, I guess I do like dirt roads and off-roading. Brutal. I am not a road Atlanta guy, but got to get out of my comfort zone, get embarrassed, and get some practice in. I need to be versatile and learn more than just, you know, the consistent 4 or 5 tracks that show up online. And I guess you're taking on a new track. It's definitely worth taking it a little slower. Have a cold lap before you try to have a hot lap. Eight seconds off. All right, it's right here. There we go. Nice track changes in elevation. All the left-right turns. Very nice track. I'm sure it is a ton of fun when you're not driving like you're a ton of bricks, as I am at the moment. The brake balance, Daniel, is at 2, positive 2. If you think that's a mistake, let me know. I'm willing to try different things. That's how we get better. We make mistakes, we try new things, make more mistakes. Thomas Edison that said he learned how to not make a light bulb 10,000 different ways before inventing a light bulb. Making a light bulb. That's an interesting way to go through there. Catch a little grass in the rear tire. Drift through the turn. Oh, this is fun once you start to get the flow. Nice little wide patch. Catch you before going completely out into the gravel, sand, or grass. A little over rotation there. 119. Wow, Jay Rizzo. Dang, that's fast. Hot dog. Jeez. Glad. I would have liked to have been cut off earlier. I was just far too slow there. Slow. But a guide, I guess, on what not to do when taking on a new track there. B. Williams, if you really like that race, and everyone really likes that race, I'm willing to suffer again. I know there was a Death Chicken, Dragon Trail mentioned. And we got 8 racers. Oh, B. Williams saying it was clean. Well, that's great. Haha, Ronan. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, let's get them on the Dragon Trail. We'll do Seaside regular, not Seaside reverse. We'll get in 4 laps. And we'll... Daniel, good advice. That is what is needed. Absolutely. Gotta make sure, folks, just a reminder, check it that you got your racing tires on. I love the BMW here. Quite pleased with the Porsche as well. Ronan, I'm liking this inner teammate competition. That's fantastic. Oh, we'll put Punisher up a little higher. He's also a C. And let's guess we're gonna start the race. Here we go. It's time to get it on. Put the pedal to the metal. Have a little fun. Cover a bit of basic. I'm a basic guy covering some basic racecraft. Not so well demonstrated over at Road Atlanta, but pretty lost on that course. But just following the gear selector, getting the brake balance, and I was able to kind of survive it after a really horrible first lap. Not going to be defensive off a grid start. I was slow. That's my problem. So B. Williams really taking a quick run to the top. I'm now in Ronan's shadow for the moment. First, a little longer would have helped me with just a little bit of better rotation. I could have hammered down a little harder on that throttle. Third there for rotation. Full throttle, not going to lay off, just catch the apex, and I'm going to lay off because I don't have my big boy pants on. So the Beetle's coming in real quick, found the space, but I'm going to stay to the middle of the track. I'm on for about at least another 20 minutes. Thanks for asking, Daniel. I'm on until I win. I might die of exhaustion and lack of sleep and food, but I'm off when I win. Missed the apex, so I'm a little slow through there. Gonna probably be 2 seconds off. Okay, 1 and 1.6 seconds off. Try to catch up to Ronan. My chances are slim, but I'm not gonna give up. I'm playing the defensive game soon, I think, with the Beetle. Oh, it's Jay Rizzo. I'm in his way. So I'm holding him off Ronan. I'm playing my part. Ronan, I'm playing my part, buddy. I'm playing with the big boys. Running with the big dogs. I'm the pony running along with the horses. Just a slow, chubby little pony. Running along with these race stallions. These legends of race. Again, I'm making him slower. Helping you out here, Ronan. Oh, I took the rough way around that turn. Go, buddy. It's all yours. Oh, darn. Almost lost it there. Slow. He'll get me quite. He was patient. Very, very patient with me. And he played it safe and smart. Passed me when he could blow the doors off. I'm sure that there would be no contact. And now I can learn from Mr. J. Rizzio himself on how to get a fast lap on Dragon Trail Seaside. 142.9, okay, 1.9 seconds slower. Almost overcooked it there and had to be very aggressive with the brake, so that was unnecessarily slow. Full throttle through this section. No braking, just slightly off the throttle, like I did there. Didn't have the big boy pants to carry myself through that turn. Let's try going through in fourth, and it is doable in fourth, so then we can be in fourth the whole time here. Lost a little time there with that loss of balance, and squealing tires. Squealing tires usually mean you're not going through the fastest way. All right, 117, not too bad. Daniel, 8 p.m. on Monday night. I'm just closing up shop at work at the Ford and Lincoln store that I work at. And then I got to get home. I've got to eat. So Monday nights, probably more 9:30. There we go. There's the fast, smooth, happy, safe line until I a little overcooked the second turn. Oh, CST. All right, Central. Well, 9:30 Eastern time works for me. For some races. And we'll be doing Monday nights is the money-making method, where we make money and get faster at the weekly race, get accustomed to it. Practice it out, see where we can push it, see where we're naturally going in way too hard. Wow, we got Funky real close. I smell something funky. Funky is so close. I can smell the human on him. Oh, lost a little balance there. Where is he? He's gonna get a fast pass here. Too late for me to turn in. My job's to not hit him in that situation. Oh, we're still going to pick up our win. Podium is a win. First podium of the night, following the big stallions up here. Trail brake to this one, and then back on the throttle once we get to the apex. Halfway to the apex, halfway on the throttle. We did a thing! Yes! Well, that happens once in a while. It's nice when it happens. Got beaten out by a beetle. Painful. Alright, so Daniel saying, love the Ford Tremor video today. Wasn't aware of that on the truck. Daniel, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Haha! Ronan, clever. Riz was lurking. What a creep. Yes. Funny. Funky go! Yeah, you choked. I hear you. That happens to me. That's the death chicken. I did a very similar thing this week, and I can't remember what night of the week, but I was like, yes, I'm doing it, and then boom, eat eat into the wall on Eat Out at Death Chicken. That restaurant is not my favorite. Oh no, B. Williams got disconnected. Well, B. Williams, because you got disconnected, I got to be on the podium. I came in third, so thank you, but let's not have you get disconnected again. Good luck. I want you. Let's do this race again for B. Williams, who got, disconnected and booted out. And then, yeah, we could try out Watkins Glen, or maybe if there's another race that gets suggested and more people vote on it. Let's quickly jump back into this one. Hey, Joel Medina. Yes. Oh, or Spa. Yeah. I vote Spa. Between Watkins Glen and Spa and more practices. Yeah, well, we could definitely all practice one lap of whatever next race we take on. So we already got 4 laps of practice on Seaside Dragon Trail. Now we're gonna get we'll call this the proper race. We've all had a bit of practice. Oh, Funky is called Medina. All right, good to know. Oh, look at that fast Corvette. The Ferrari 458 is super fast because it's just got a perfectly geared first gear for takeoffs. Oh, we're gonna be causing traffic, but that's because we got hit. We got hit hard. Oh, it's the whole pack. Look at this. Wow. What an interesting. Who's gonna come out of that? I somehow got out of that spin half decently. Woo! That's got to be one of the biggest accidents you're going to see in sim racing for Gran Turismo 7. That was wild. Tom, I'm happy you caught that. Super doofus, buddy. That was absolute carnage. Someone punted me. It hit me off the track, inside turn, and I came back to, not deliberately, I was completely out of control. I came back to take everybody out, other than I think only Ronan made it through that. Maybe B. Williams as well. That was the whole pack. That's wild. Woo-wee. Daniel, what do you think about the brake balance on the 911 at +2? Is this a mistake? If I want more trail braking, what would you suggest for the 911? And your cheating is allowed. You can absolutely use ChatGPT if you don't have the answer. That would make an excellent short. Remind me to, at the end of this race, I will save it so I can then cut it up. I was actually using Opus Clip and paying so that I could get AI to assist me making shorts. But it went into, I must have said yes to an automatic upload mode. Big mistake. My, whatever it is, $150 subscription gives me X number of minutes, something like 3,200 minutes, and I used it all up in the course of, all my lives here were being uploaded automatically, so just used up all my minutes, and I'm out of minutes now, so this weekend I'll have to buy more minutes. Oh no, we lost someone. Someone got permanently ghosted there. So we've lost a racer. Daniel, I'm definitely going to cash that, but at the end of the race. So you were at -3, then +3, and I didn't catch the end, so I'll catch it at the end of the race. Because I am curious. Very slow, safe to go through there at 100 miles per hour, 120 plus. You're in the danger zone. Let's say 117 and up, you're in the danger zone, but you're in extreme danger zone if you're able to get through there at 125. Just try to post a low 142 this lap coming up. get catched inside. Try to straighten out these turns. Stream outside. Power up the hill. That went well. Full throttle through here. Big boy pants. Oh. Almost cooked it. Did not go through the last turn quickly. Over braked. Should be full throttle through that section right there the whole way. I'm just not catching the apex at the right angle. My line isn't right. Throttle through here, and we'll keep it in fourth. Coasted through. So we were rolling 125. I laid off the throttle, and just from laying off the throttle, we were down to 110. So I guess we have to keep a light pressure on the pedal, stay in fourth, but keep light pressure on the pedal to get through the death chicane at the correct speed. But we did get into the 141, so getting faster. Try to push it try to be too fast and end up being slower. Just gotta be smooth and safe. Smooth, that was almost smooth. That was started off smooth, finished not so smooth. Let's hold it in fourth. Let's say 113. We can go through there faster. Full throttle through here. Make sure we got the right angle on the car. There we go. Right angle in, or the correct line. Missed the apex, so not the fastest way around there, but we made it through. No one's behind us, so complete outside to the complete inside most of the time. Alright, 117, we made it through. Alright, so it's not our fastest lap, but we made it through. And 141.6, ever so slightly slower, but JCCR Ronan doing a great job picking up a 139 something or another. Very fast. Daniel, that is a great point. When I can't ask Phil, then I rely on ChatGPT. Alright, so Phil saying that you tried out the Porsche 911, -3, then +3, so out for debate. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at as well. I've been playing around. Sometimes I find that the -2 and my front wheels are locking up too much, and I'm sliding through turns, kind of just plowing through turns and not getting the rotation needed on the tires because the front calipers are squeezing too hard on those discs, so then I move to the front. Part of it depends on the race. Chowder Pouch, what is up? Thanks for making it in, mate. Now, any suggestions for the race? I know someone had mentioned Spa. Ha! Alright, so what track? I'm definitely not against Spa. It's a long one. Watkins, sure, Daniel. Watkins Glen. Let's find it here. Watkins Glen with a lap of practice. I guess it's the long course. I think that's more the traditional one, we could say. We'll cut it down to 3 laps and try to get maybe 2 races in. Oh, you like the short version? Oh, Edward E. Or are you teasing me? I don't know. I don't know. Is that a joke, or you really want the short? Whatever one's more often online, because it's solid practice, but I think this is the race we get when we run it online. We'll get a little practice lap in. Let's try the Porsche 911 on 2. See how it feels. I know that Phil, who's an A driver, drives this at -5. Oh, that makes sense. As long as we don't do a reverse of a track. Dragon Trail reverse the other night with Phil, I was lost. We lost somewhat. Either they ran out of time or they're not a fan of Watkins. I like Watkins. This is very nice. Oh, geez, braked, and the car really lost it there. I'm not a fan of that. So I guess back to +2 to avoid that. Put lots of laps with the M6 in yesterday. Yeah, the M6 is a great car to pick up practice with, because it's solid everywhere. Solid everywhere. All right, so 3 quick laps at Watkins Glen. Let's put the pedal to the metal. Get down to business. Hopefully, follow my own advice and actually use the racecraft. Follow the basic principles of driving. We got B. Williams back. Good job, B. Williams. Thank you very much. Bog out in first. There we go. Now we'll have a quick second and third gear. High revving Porsche 911. Nips in first. Thank you, Edward E. A little bit of a cramp in an abdominal. Tried to do some sit-ups with my daughter sitting on me. Oh, and we got a little help from Ronan. Thank you very much, Ronan. Alright, so we got someone behind us, but we're not going to defend the turns. Because I know I'm not going to get speared into another stratosphere by Ronan or Jay Rizzio. They're going to cleanly pass me at some point, or actually help me out with that little boost. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's going to cause problems for the people behind me. Forced to go slow on the straight there. I'm causing a lot of rear traffic. have them go for the pass here. Grab the pass on the inside. Oh, he's giving me the signal he's going to pass. Nice job with the flashing of the lights. Let these two stallions stretch their legs, and I'll be the chubby, slow little pony running behind them, trying to keep up, trying to get to the feed rack and get a little food in. Yeah, it's gonna be a late night snack. Oh, Ronan, no worries at all. No harm, no foul. We got Carlos right up top. Good job, Carlos. So generally at that marker, the inside apex marker, that's your time to get into the throttle. The only question is, how hard do you need to get into it? And practice will teach you that. Sometimes it's to the floor, other times it's real light and slow. Yes, he drove through that quite appropriately, and I didn't. That's a third gear turn. A good solid, fast medium pace through that turn. And the last turn, yeah, that's a fast turn. Hey, Dano, our buddy from Texas, welcome. Are you gonna join the races? Do you have time? If you do, I'll make time. I'll do at least one last race. Bend. That's a wonderfully fun section to go through. Oh, this is a wonderful race. Love it. And thanks to those that have caught or will catch my new Tremor video, 5 things I absolutely love about the 2025 Ford F-150 Tremor. And one of those things actually really surprised me because it's something that I've criticized in the past to the point where I hated it so much I actually took a huge negative equity on a truck. It's in almost every Ford product, and surprisingly now I love it. Okay, so yeah, mid to top of third there. Oh, with that penalty we might actually get into third if we're less than 0.5. Yes, and we got into third. We did a thing! Oh, Molson Triple X, no racing tonight. What is Molson Triple X? Is that a cup? A racing cup? All right. Yes, we got the crew in the house. The OG, the original crew. Dano has made me faster on a lot of tracks. I owe my C rating partially to Dano. Good evening, Alex Albon. Let's see, we've got, wow, okay, this is loading up. People like Watkins Glen, so I'm going to keep it on this section of the track. It drew in three newbies. Laggy Beams, TTV. Daniel, okay, Daniel, I'll go check out your earlier message. Oh, Daniel, you've created some JCCR skins. Fantastic. We'll end the live checking those out. Oh, Chatterbout, right on. I'm trying to stay away because I have been at times a little too interested in those beverages. Knight Rider Jim, that sounds great. It'll be my last race as well. Let's get laggy beams here to hit that check mark. And I'm still going to stick it out with the 911. Still going to stick it out with the 911. It's a car I can afford. It's a car I love. It's a car I own. So I'm going to... Oh, Nip. Nip. Nip, we need you. You've been here the whole time. Hit that green check mark so we can start her up. Ronan, yes, right on. All right, Laggy Beams is in. We're good. Let's get down to business. No, I didn't think to put Laggy Beams, who's an E-rated driver, at the top. But at least we got the C's near the top, pretty much all at the top. Right on, Chatterpouch. That's interesting. So we got the JCCR Racing Lobby now in red, thanks to Super Doofus Tom. Told me how to do that today. Three to the rear on the 911. Let's see how this goes this time. It took a long time to lay off there. Surprised that was a crash out. It wasn't a hit, it was just we rubbed up against each other, and I don't know what happened there. It was very, very light contact. We didn't smash into each other. I don't know what's going on in his end, but my end, I didn't really think that would happen. Here we go. What we can get done for the last race of the night. I don't have a ton of experience at Watkins, but hopefully enough to hold off the pack here with a little defense in the turns. So coming up, if we at 0.6 we're fine. But if it was less than 0.6, oof. So yeah, when you want to defend, you'll go from the middle of the track. Oh, and we lost everybody. That is odd. Oh my goodness. Well, I guess this is how... Daniel, you can be creative. It's just if you're... the original JCCR liveries belong to our buddy Ozzy Pug. No, you got kicked. That's really, really weird. Okay, so we'll count this as a win for me. But no, I didn't kick anyone. We were just... Yeah, I don't know what happened, folks. Do we want to quit? Yes, we'll quit, and everyone's welcome back in, but I just don't know what happened. I think that was a GT7 thing, because my internet's still going strong, because we've got the channel on, and no issues there. No, Ronan, it was everybody all at once, except for the host. So I think it was a GT7, but I got a P1. I said I could only, I could only quit if I won. There we go. But no, that I did not use some magical mental powers to get someone over at the GT7 development team here. A 1 hour penalty. That really does sound like, that really sounds like it's a GT thing. Okay. Yeah, winner! Yeah, I feel more like a wiener than a winner, because I look so guilty being the only one left, but I was reading that somebody, reading recently, someone else saying that they picked up a first place win online when something like this happened, so I don't know. I didn't save those pretty easy. We'll go create room, then we'll just load settings, and we'll just change the race. So Daytona already are set up the way we want it, and then we'll go to Watkins Glen. Full course. Number of laps we'll do 4 this. Well, we'll still do 3. Yes, Knight Rider Jim, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. Great to have you in the chat, in the races. Love trying to follow you and learning. Getting me to be a little faster on every race. Well, let's see, for my last race of the night. Let's see if we've got any success here. If people can find this. Should still be called, yeah, JCCR Racing Subs. And yes, people can now come in. So whatever happened, that lobby got cooked hard. Dano's in, yes. And you know what? I need to practice. So while people come in, I'm going to take a little cheater's advantage here. I love it, JCCR Ronan saying, I came, I saw, I overcooked the turn. Try to get through that S section nicely. Quebec number 2. Yes, Quebec is number 2. Quebec at times has wanted to separate. And I can understand the federal government traditionally really likes to overstep the boundaries of what they're legally allowed to do and find some reason for playing in other people's jurisdictions. So, yeah, I'm surprised that Quebec's never separated. They tried. They had a referendum or 2, at least 1 referendum. I lived through that. It was a very close call. You think with the job the federal government's been doing the last 10 years, you'd think Quebec would separate. You'd think Calgary would separate. I'd say they'd have good reasons for doing so. A lot of the federal government stepping in and taking over, controlling, forcing action from departments that are not theirs to control. Alright, so took those turns a little slowly. Let's see if we can grab this one properly. A nice slow 144. Almost have everyone back in the room. We're at 10 racers, so I'll see. Give it a minute or two. We got Funky Co back, Laggy Beans. That's just about everybody. Nice little abdominal cramp. Woo! Okay, that's not a fast way around that turn right there. Well, let's not mimic that in the race. Let's go see who's ready to race. Everyone's great. Hopefully everyone has thrown on their racing soft tires. Yeah, that Williams, that was a crazy glitch. And I guess we're still waiting for someone to come in, choose their car, and do tires. So I guess I'll try that S section one last time. And I don't know why the brake balance keeps going back to 0. Oh no, JCCR Devious, you're on hards. You need to, if you haven't bought softs for the car you're racing, either change cars or buy the softs. If you've got the cash, the moolah, the cheddar, the dinero, the rubies, the dollars, the loonbacks, whatever you call money in your region, let us know. Drop a comment. But you got to buy those soft tires, otherwise you're not doing yourself any favors. Wow, this is an all-American league. I guess I'm the only one who's going to represent Canada here. I'm racing as the 51st state. Williams is loaded in. I guess that's who needed to load in. All right, so let's start up the race. I think we've got everyone. Oh, we're waiting for Sprooks. We're waiting for 1, 2, 3, 4 racers. Okay, no, they're ready. Good job, guys, hitting that Sprooks. You gotta get in real quick. Pick your car, get your soft tires on, and hit that green check mark. All right, let's see. Who are the worst drivers? Put them at the top. Get laggy beams up top there. And I am going to put the C drivers like Sickman and Logan up above all those Bs. And where's Logan? Get laggy beams at the top since he's an E. And I am a C driver here. I'm going to throw myself up behind the gang here. And Dano, I don't think is B. Put him ahead of Ronan because Ronan is just wildly fast. Here's a B driver. We'll throw him down a little lower. I think we've got Devious that's going to need to be up here. I'll throw him ahead of myself. And Ellisaurus, yes, an A driver can definitely handle making it to the top of the pack there. All right, let's get this race started. Brown chicken, brown cow. Very nice. Let's get some brown chicken, brown cow down. Get to racing. Howdy, folks. Thank you for making it into the live stream for the last race of the night. I'll have to go check out Devious's liveries by punching in the JCCR livery search. Get my foot on the brake in advance. Not cook this grid start. Oh, we missed Mike Meyer. Here we go, we're ready, we got the brake balance ready. Quick start, I think that was with no penalty. Oh, Ronan got shot off the track. I got shot off the track. Oh, Trayvon. Finding out what happens probably when you punt people, that's a 1 second penalty. I'd put it higher if I could. Oh, that was interesting. Got a little tap in the rear and somehow survived that slide. And when you're out of control, the best thing is just not to play around with the gas or the brake. Just work on the steering until you're back under control. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Davis, that was my fault. I was moving towards you to avoid that other car. Forgetting you're right beside me. My mistake. My driver error there. I need to be more aware of the radar, not just the car to dodge in front of me. Need to constantly do a quick little watch down on the radar. Alright, so last turn I think we can go through there mid-third, not top of second, despite the recommendation. Alright, so we be in a position to try to... We got the A racer behind us, actually giving us a huge assistance with that nice little bump draft. So we can now try to make some passes together, but an A driver is so much faster than a C driver that he will be able to blow my doors off in just a moment. We nailed that actually pretty darn decently. Good job. Very fast A driver, but a 5-second penalty. You might wonder what happened there. Seems to drive very clean and actually was helping us out with that bump draft. Whew. +3 for the 911 is just perfect for me. Love it. I can make corrections in the turn. Oh, but we can't. It doesn't fix getting bumped. My goodness. We drew in some Call of Duty racers. We filled up the grid, but we drew in some Call of Duty races. Very much so. Alright, so somehow still in 5th. Lots of crashing. Not as bad as Dragon Trail lap 1. That was comical. The whole pack, other than I think first just wasn't a part of it, and then the entire rest of the pack, we all crashed. Every single person but one. All right, so 0.8. Don't need to defend here. We'll use the whole track. Oh my goodness, he is coming up quick. Okay, it's the A driver, so if we can follow him for a half lap, we'll learn how to drive a half lap better. Track and then some, so we can learn from that. Put it on the list. Get faster, don't be shy to push the limits, and try to even go beyond the limits. Find out where the limits are. That was not smooth or fast. Top of 3rd here. Oh, Edward, yeah, it is late my time. We got a cheaters first, 2 third places. I said I'd I keep racing until I win. Well, for me, podium, first, second, or third is a win, so we can quit now, but it is almost midnight, not that far off here. So Funky Co, great job. Yes, let's go. Great job, first place. Hoof in second. Dano in 3rd, great job. My mate from Texas, good job, buddy. And we got Ellisaurus, who started from the very bottom and made it up to 4th. Sick Man in 5th, we made it up into 6th. JCCR Ronan, after a crash out, lots of crashing on lap 1. That was pretty intense. That was a wild lap 1. I think we had maybe either some deliberately destructive high blood pressure, high oil pressure, but the oil pressure was low. Blood pressure high, oil pressure low. Yeah, that was wild. Lap 1 was just wow. It was fun, but it was just a wild battle zone. Call of Duty racing. Oh, thank you, Joel Medina. Hope to have you back for races again. I might get some races going tomorrow night, 9:30 Eastern time. So 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. God bless everyone. Race long and prosper, as Tom always says. Thank you so much for catching these races. Had a good time. Appreciate you all making it in. Blessed to have you making it in. So Godspeed, everyone. I wish you all more cars and more power, and hope you get to put the pedal to the metal on a car that you love sometime real soon. And if you don't get to drive a car that you love in the real world, this is still my favorite way to drive, even though over at Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, we've got the 2017 Shelby GT350. We got that thing gets so many thumbs up, more than the Porsche 911. We've got also, we're now long-term testing a 2025 Tremor. It was so nice, had to buy it twice. And let's do a little content search here and check out the new liveries to the channel. CCR. I do not know what FUB is, Dano, but I'm always willing to learn. And let's see. All right, so Philness throwing out a real nice livery here. Very cool. We got Cheeky Baby. That's one of my favorites. The Chaos Druid. Very, very... Oh, fun race. Yeah, thank you so much, Dano, for making it. Glad you made it. Good job on your race quality. You did very well. And let's see if it shows up under JCCR, these new liveries I have heard of. I scroll over here. SVF1. I'm not sure. Maybe if... not sure why they're not showing up. Oh, the Chaos Druid. Yes, this is nice. And the Chaos Druid here. Philness Games. That is a new one. I like that. All right, so I'm going to give this a heart. And it's in my collection. Very, very nice. Team not sponsored. Very cool. We sponsor each other. So Tom and Philness have sponsored me with the memberships. Thank you so much. And that is superb work. And I love how this guy is taking the time to throw out some kindness into the world. It's free, so you got to be pretty cheap to not share some kindness. Solid job, guys. Take care, and I wish you all more cars and more power. Godspeed, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Most likely see you tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time.